Welcome to a brand new week of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and I thought today, well, you probably already seen the cover anyways. I normally don't reveal the cover, but I put it up there anyways. And who we're taking a look at, if you see right here, we're taking a look at Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman. This was released in 2019. Now, I'll put this back up there, but I want to talk about the cast in this. Talk about a really good cast in this film. But this is, let's just talk about the cast. Carey Mulligan stars in the main lead. You also got Bo Burnham, Alison Brie, Clancy Brown, Jennifer Coolidge, Laverne Cox, and Connie Britton, with many more cast members. We also have Christopher Martin-Piaz in a small role. We also have Alfred Molina in a small role. I did cover a movie he was in for Universal, 1999's Dudley Do-Right. That was, I think, the last movie made for Universal. Well, this is Focus Features, and it has Max Greenfield. So, I'm going to put that right here. It was actually directed by Emerald Fennelly. I hope I pronounced that right. It was written by Emerald Fennelly. Oddly enough, and here are the producers on the film. We also have Emerald Fennelly producing the film. We also have executive producer Carey Mulligan, and produced by Margot Robbie. Yeah, Margot Robbie. There we go. Margot Robbie produces this movie. I didn't even know that. I'm like, wow, that's weird. But anyways, Promising Young Woman focused on Cassie, Carey Mulligan's character. She's at the bar at the beginning of the film. She meets up with another bar patron, Bo Burnham. Yeah, that Bo Burnham, the former comedian. But he plays sort of like the boyfriend. Then we got another guy who... It's really hard to talk about this movie. Without mentioning what I think the good performance by Carey Mulligan is. This is a near masterpiece, and I'm going to tell you why. So we're introduced to the parents. Jennifer Coolidge and Clancy Brown. Yes, Mr. Krabs is in this movie, which is also another weird casting choice. So they play her parents. So the idea is she has a rough life. She basically gets sexual assaulted. So her idea is to get back on the people that she got sexually assaulted, I think. I don't really know much about this. I'm not going to get into the whole thing about my feelings, but you talk about it's really hard to explain of a movie that I think the first half didn't work, but it picks up right at the second half, and the tables reverse. Normally when I see a movie, it's always the males that win the fight against the women. Now it's the woman fighting against the male. That's the same way that I feel about Breaking In, which is also another movie about a woman trying to fight back. This movie takes it up a notch. She gets yelled, picked on. So the one scene, I guess I'll show you in the back of the DVD. The one scene right there, she goes out of her car and she pulls out a crowbar and smashes a guy. Not smashes a guy, but she smashes a car. I'm just going to do it like this. There you go. So she smashes the guy's car, and you can tell her rage meter is like right up there. She goes from being kind to, I'm going to kick some ass. So that's really what, basically, she makes the men out to be complete turds. And that's really what this movie is. Though she's kind at times, she falls in love with Bo Burnham. I can't think of her character's name. Molly Shannon's in it. Yes, Mary Catherine Gallagher is in this movie. She plays sort of another person that she becomes friends with. And we also get to see Alfred Molina. He plays another person that she becomes friends with. It's really, 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 really good. It's a near masterpiece, but I'm still recommending it over some of the other films that I've covered. So yeah, the ending is so good. Let's just say Juice Newton plays, and it's crazy. I'm like, That's Juice Newton. You see, it comes back to that the FBI comes in, questions a bunch of people, not showing you how it is. I might have gave away a little bit of what the ending is, but let's just say FBI and Juice Newton playing. Angel in the Morning's the song. Great song if you haven't listened to it. But really, really good. It's really hard for me to explain a plot. I think it's crazy. Had the guy tied up. Max Greenfield plays the guy who is in the bar. So he goes upstairs and check. Thinks that is. Carey Mulligan dresses up as a nurse. They think she's a hooker. But it's crazy. Like, I got lost, don't get me wrong. The biggest, let's get over the one negative. You're gonna feel lost with this film. This movie, you might be lost, but hang in there, stick with it. It's really, really, really good. Carey Mulligan just nails it out of the park for me. Kind of more rambling, not really reviewing it, but yeah, it's really hard for me to say of a film that I think is a near masterpiece. If the first half was just that, then I would put this, definitely, this would have made it on my list. But since I'm now doing honorable mentions, this one is going to be on that list. But we'll see where that goes. I think if I give this a rewatch down the road, I might appreciate this. I might appreciate it even more. I might think, wow, you talk about performance, that's just that good. I loved everything about Promising Young Woman. So I think that brings it down to, let's talk about special features before I go ahead and give you the final verdict. I guess we'll go ahead and share the artwork. Here's what it is. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the purple. It kind of looks disgusting. The case didn't really sell me on it. I don't know. It didn't really have that much pizzazz. I was hoping to have a little more effort on the case. I'm not a fan of the whole purple. I mean, if you look, it would have been... Yeah, I'm not a fan of the purple, to be honest. But, wow, you talk about a movie. I forgot Alison Brie's in this movie, though. I think I mentioned Alison Brie. She plays another friend of hers. Laverne Cox, I think that's her name. That's her. And Alison Brie right there. The nurse scene, yeah, she dresses up as a nurse. I love that hair color. That's, like, awesome. But, like I said again, if the first half was that good, this would have been an automatic recommendation. Don't get me wrong, this movie is good. We'll get to the final verdict soon. Special features here are a promising vision, two sides transformation. Yeah, I forgot. She does a Jekyll Hyde where she'll change the end of disguise. So she does a Jekyll Hyde Shang Tsung style transformation. Not Shang Tsung style transformation, but sort of like the Jekyll and Hyde story. Essentially, this is like the Jekyll and Hyde for females. But yeah, she has a relationship with Bo Burnham. So special features is a promising vision, two sides transformation, balancing act, and you get the feature commentary from the writer-director Emerald Fennelly. I'm still probably butchering that last name. She also directed Killing Eve. That was it. I forgot to mention she directed Killing Eve, as according to the back. But, wow. And at least we don't get purple disc. We don't get a purple disc, but yeah, you get the Universal All Access. This code's probably over anyways, so yeah. Anything on the back? No, it just tells you about the Focus Insider. I'll get to my final verdict soon. So let's do it now. Let's before I continue rambling here, let's get to it. Final verdict: should you see Promising Young Woman? Yes. Only because of the second half recommending it. If the second half was like the first half, then I would say no, I wouldn't recommend this. But since the second half of the film saved it, especially for that chilling ending, I am recommending this. Not a highly recommendation, but a recommendation to definitely seek this out. And the fun part is, I got this at a place called the Bargain Barn, which was sort of like in Simon Shop. I got it for around $2. I thought I got it for $1, but I think I got it for $2. Still, $1, $2, that's anything better. So yeah, Promising Young Woman. Definitely check out the film. It's definitely worth watching if you like these types of movies, especially for Carey Mulligan's performance. Go get Promising Young Woman to watch. I can recommend this wholeheartedly. Really, really fun movie. So that's it. I'm going to bid you a good night or a good day or whatever time you're watching this. Thank you again, guys, for watching. If you like what you see, just like, subscribe, click the bell. Let me know what you think of Promising Young Woman. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.